Okay, so last but not least, we have our standardize function. So that is where we are going to go through and we're going to look at basically the normalized scores for a set of raw data that we have. So you've heard this referred to a couple of ways in your PowerPoint and your reading and all of the videos. You're going to hear some different things, but standardized scores, normalized, standard scores, z-scores. So we're looking at kind of what that curve is. You remember your z-scores are going to be anywhere from a -1 to a +1. So you're going to see negative, positive when we're looking at some of this stuff. To do this, you do need your raw data, so then you can find your mean and your standard deviation. That's going to help you. So what you want to do first is, obviously, we have our scores on this introversion test, right? The INT. We have a raw data for 20 participants in our sample. So I'm going to click on Standardize. I'm going to go to Formulas, Insert, and I want Standardize, and it pops up. Click on OK. Alright, so we're looking for X. That is our score, right? Score of 12 on whatever this assessment is that tells us what level of introversion we are or have. And then we've got our mean, which we've determined. You can use Excel to figure this out. 15.45, and our standard deviation looks like it is a 6. So we're going to press OK. And that should give us our negative 0.5754. That's a lot of decimals. We use 2 down here, so let's make that consistent. So negative 0.58 is going to be your standard score. So let's keep going here. So for 15, we're going to go to Formulas, Insert, Standardize. X, again, is the score you're looking at, so 15. Our mean should be exactly the same as what we did before, and our standard deviation of 6. Alright, and it's still wanting to hang on to those extra decimals, so let me just adjust this whole thing. That's not what we want. There we go. Okay, so this is actually the data set that's in your Excel quick guide on pages 36 and 37. So you can look at that and compare. But let's see what else we want to do here. I'm wondering, let's pick a different one. We could try 15 again for comparison's sake. Standardize. X is 15. Mean 15.45, standard deviation. Okay, so those match up. That's what we want. That's good. So you can work through this process, but again, these are going to give you the z-scores, the standard scores, the normalized scores for a set of raw test scores. So I encourage you to try to work through this, compare it with a quick guide, and then try to throw in some scores of your own perhaps to try out as well to see what those normalized scores are for that set of raw data that you have. Hopefully your PowerPoints, your book, the videos have helped stress the importance obviously in education. Normalized scores are something that we look at a lot. Whether or not we look at them properly and interpret them properly is up for debate certainly. But these are things that I think as educators we need to be able to understand what they're telling us about our students' performance and how they compare with their peers and with others or even from time to time. So if they're taking multiple assessments. So just important food for thought, things to consider as you're working through these practice exercises. Again, they don't have to be absolutely perfect. What I'm really wanting you to do is get in and start to feel a little bit more comfortable, and hopefully you're getting there by week 4. If you have questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, happy excelling. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye.